So I just finished up my trading session for the day. Want to do a quick recap for you guys. Interesting day for me. Didn't start out so well. Kind of got chopped around on my oil trades, and then finally had a big winner, and then one other scalp that brought me into profits. All right. So, anyways, end up taking 4 trades in total, way more than I usually take. End of the day out 233 on 15 of my PA Apex accounts. So in total, made just over $3,400 in profit on the day. With that being said, let's go ahead and go into the trades I took and kind of just see what happened. I think oil was definitely trading weird because of, what's going on with the war and stuff. I'm not too sure. I rarely see price action like this. And it looks pretty clean on a 2-minute chart. I would have done a lot better if I was trading on a 2-minute, my same strategy, but I was on a 5-minute. And as you can see, we would just have these nice run-ups and then huge sell-offs out of nowhere. Nice run-ups, huge sell-offs out of nowhere. And then we finally had a consistent run-off. So, essentially what I was doing wrong was just I had my stop loss in places that weren't holding, basically. Now, by the time I got confirmation, it was hard for me to put my stop way at the lows. But, again, this doesn't happen often, but end up chopping me out on these just random, 5-minute sell-offs that were happening pretty frequently until it started finally getting some traction. It was able to catch this last move once again. So anyways, if you guys don't know how I trade already, I trade with the trend, wait for pullbacks and confirmation. So we had a bullish pre-market. Overall, oil's been in an uptrend. And we got this pullback. We're holding this previous low from pre-market. So we're holding a bullish market structure. We're also near VWAP. And essentially what happened was this first trade, I got in on this candle right here. I was aiming for 75 as my take profit, just close to this resistance. As you can see, we never really got there and we ended up dipping down. And I think this first trade was just a lack of good volume. We had some volume down here. I should have waited for more elevated volume to step in. So this really could have been avoided. The second trade, once again, I was like, okay, more volume stepped in on the lows. It held, right? We're still holding this level, still making higher lows technically. We got the confirmation again. So basically I got in after this candle right here closed, right? And my main confirmation is my RSI MACD. Once we close above the top line, right, that's confirmation to get in long. Now we can see that this trade would have actually worked for a 1-to-1 risk reward. Now, since I took that first loss, I was like, you know what, guys, I'm going to go for a 2-to-1, right? So my original target was basically way up here at around 75 near the highs. I was like, this is doable. I think we can do this. And sure enough, what happens again? Another big seller steps in randomly, stops me out real quick, and then it gets bought up. Now, the reason I have my stop down here is I usually put it below the 5-minute candle as long as it has decent volume. As you can see, this candle did have decent volume, especially compared to the previous candles. The other place I could have put it was on the lows, and it just didn't really make sense to put it there. Again, we usually don't just have random sell-offs like this. Some days we do, but most days we won't, especially on a 5-minute time frame, right? So the 5-minute time frame, you're getting later entries, but you're usually less likely to get chopped out. In this case, I was getting later entries, and since I was getting those later entries, right, we weren't running up enough for me to get out of the trade, and then we'd sell off again. So it's just kind of a weird day. But again, you just have to trust your system. So I got stopped out of here and we made this low. I was like, okay, this trade still makes sense. Nothing broke my thesis. The trend's still in place. I've just been getting screwed on the stops, right? So everything made sense still this trade. We saw it again. I got in here after this candle closed. As you can see, we're still holding above this top yellow line. And from there, we got a nice winner. Basically had like almost a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio on this. And this brought me down around $50. So I was almost at break even at this point after this trade. So from there, I was down I think actually $90 it was. So it's down around $90 on all my accounts, close to break even. So once that happened, the move was kind of done on oil. I went and checked ES and NQ, and I saw NQ was starting to, kind of bottom out here at these lows and starting to trend up a bit. And then we got another pullback. This is all holding. I decided, you know what? Screw the 5 minute. I'm going to use the 2 minute today because that seems to be the way better play. All of my old trades would have worked fine on the 2 minute time frame. So went to the 2 minute. We saw the cross above the top line right here. So this is where I enter my trade on this candle and simply rode this to this next resistance. Caught around 20 points or so on this trade on NQ. So that's what brought me to today's profits of 233 on all my Apex accounts. So anyways, guys, those are my trades today. A little bit of a difficult day for me. I think oil was just trading a little bit unusual, but it happens, right? As long as you stick to your strategy, stick to your plan. Keep in mind, I kind of told myself I was done after these 2 losses I took. The trade still made sense to take, so I decided to take it again. I normally don't do that. Once I take 2 losses, I'm done. But I just saw another good opportunity, so I felt like I had to try it. And that's what I did, and ended up working out well. So anyways, guys, that's going to wrap up my trade recap for the day. Hope you guys all had a good trading day for yourself. And real quick before you guys go, if you guys want to trade live with me every day on Zoom, see my exact trades I take, see my thought process, and also get all your questions answered on those live trading sessions, I want to invite you to join our Inner Circle group. Right now, I'm running a special where you can join for free for the first 7 days, so you can test it out, trade live with me for a whole week, and see if you want to continue being an Inner Circle member. We'd love to have you inside. So if you guys do want to take advantage of this free 7-day trial we got going on right now, all you have to do is go to the first link in the description below, or just head over to this link right here. We'd love to have you inside. That being said, guys, as always, hope you have a great weekend. Take time to, review your trades, back test, reset, get ready for the next week. We still have a long trading month ahead. So excited to go forward with the rest of this month.